the Talmud Rebbe, when he was little, there was something amazing that happened. There was a grandfather of his that was a boy of 14 years old. And he became the parents became very rich. And they wanted to send him from America to learn in Eretz Yisrael. These were in the early days. He had to go by ship. He had to go by wagon. There were a lot of steps along the road to Eretz Yisrael. When he was on the ship, there was a particular area that a person had to go to eat. Of course, his Zayda would only eat those things that were kosher, vegetables or fruits, and that's what he survived on. However, since he came from a Chassidish family, he had his tradition. He wore the coat, he wore the long coat, he wore the hat, and he never removed it, especially while he was eating. He goes down to the dining area. He sits, coat, hat, and he begins to eat. One of the Amim come over to him and say, "Hey, boy, remove your hat." The Zayda, the 14-year-old, didn't move. The man came over to him, and he knocked the hat off on the ground. The boy went, picked up the hat, put it back on. The man came once again to Russia, knocked the hat off on the ground. "You think you're better than us?" Without missing a beat, the boy bent over, put the hat back on. This Russia said to him, "If you put that hat on one more time, I'm telling you with this fist, I will remove every tooth in your mouth. You will be without teeth." The boy said to him, "You're a big gibor, starting up with a 14-year-old boy. Why don't you pick on someone your own age and your own size? Because I'm going to tell you, I may not have any teeth left, but I guarantee you one thing, my hat will remain on my head." With that, some people came over. There was a Yid who wasn't so religious, but he felt for a fellow Yid he wants to defend him. And a number of people came over, and they controlled the Russia. They went to the captain, and the captain interceded and made sure that this boy was left alone. When the man who helped went back to Toronto, he told the great Stretner Rebbe about the boy and what he had done to keep the hat and the coat on. The Stretner Rebbe could not get over it. His eyes filled with tears of such gevura. And indeed, a few years later, when the Stretner Rebbe needed to have a chassan for his daughter, Pearl, he found out who that boy was and brought him to be the chassan. And so the Talmud Rebbe said, "I am the grandson, I am the anicle of that boy who would not take his hat and his coat off." That is the greatness of Klal Yisrael, to stand strong for Hashem, to remember that our entire purpose in this life is lahagdil Torah lahadira, and to be marbe kavod shamayim.